It's 10 o'clock, so I'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. This is a regular Commissioners Court meeting for County of Starr, Monday, August 26th. Let the record show that we do have quorum, everyone being present. If everyone will please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item is claims, Mr. Perez.
Yes, sir, claims have been reviewed and recommended.
I just hold the honor.
I have a motion and a second. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is to approve the new vendors list.
Again, I think you've got a copy of the vendor list, reviewed and recommended to approve.
Motion to approve, Your Honor. Second.
Moved and second to approve. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The next is a donation that we received in the amount of $4,000. This is for the scholarships, the kids' scholarships,
Oh, what that?
the scholarships that we give to the kids of the employees of the county. I have a motion and a second to approve. Discussion?
By when do you think
The scholarships? Cynthia didn't come in. They should be out as soon as we approve this. Yeah, they should be out this week. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 6 is an action item, and this is to open a new bank account for certificates of obligation, Series 2019. Mr. Perez?
Yes, sir, this is gonna be for the fiscal year 2020. It's coming out.
Moved and second to approve. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Item 7 is along the same lines to open a new bank account, and this is for the Regional Public Defenders Program, supported by the Texas Indigent Defense Commission of Duval, Jim Hogg, and of course, Starr.
Second, Your Honor.
Moved and second. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
You know, along that discussion, let me bring you all up to date on the public defender. I did call Austin to let him know that we might be getting out of the public defender program because the cost was higher than the savings. And I had a meeting last week with Abernethy or Abern or somebody, Mr. Abern, Mr. Silva, and Linda, and I was informed that now instead of paying 50%, we would be paying 1/3. The state would be paying 2/3. And I told him to bring me the numbers. Just off the bat, it seems like we'll be able to save maybe 70,000, 80,000 of what we were paying in the past. But we're still working on that. Item number 8 is an action item, and this is to approve the fees for the probate, the occupational license, and searches. Mr. Gonzalez.
Morning, Judge Commissioners.
Good morning.
I put a packet in front of you. Basically, the application for probates is going up starting September the 1st. Originally, it was at $274. Now we're going to go up to $364. A couple of things did change that we weren't charging for in the past, and that was the clerk fee local of $40, our law library local of $35. Our issue citation went down from 8 to 4, and we were not charging the Starr County facility fee for $20. That's where you're going to see an increase in the probates starting September 1st. So from $274, we're going up to $364. And then on the occupational driver's licenses, which we have very few throughout the county throughout the year, that one did go down from originally at, I believe it was $252 to now $230. We were charging $10 for the archive fee, which is only for the district clerk's office. It doesn't pertain to our office. And the judicial support fee, went down from $42 to $40, which is a difference of about $12. And then the last thing that I'm asking respectfully for approval is to charge, starting September 1st, a $10 fee for searches for birth certificates and death certificates. When we have to search for names, we're just going to charge what the state charges, which is the $10 we haven't charged in the past. This will be an extra little income that we could help the county with, where we could search for birth certificates. People come into the office, to our vitals office, ask for us for birth certificates from back in the day. That takes one of our employees to have to go over the back and look. In the past, we hadn't charged, but we are going to be with what the state does charge and the rest of the county's charge, which is the $10.
Okay. When you say the state, those $10, do they go to the state or do they stay?
No, they're going to stay with us.
Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I respectfully ask for approval.
Any questions?
I move that we approve the
Second, Your Honor.
Moved and second to approve. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 9 is an action item, and this is to name existing roads for unnamed roads. Commissioner Garza.
Yes, sir, these are north of Union School, sir. These are all existing roads that have been there, that people have used before I was born. And they want to dedicate them to the county, and they gave us a 50-foot easement on each one of them, including the portion, we're going to open the portion line road.
Just, along these lines, Commissioner, I had the same situation about a year ago, Judge, and I brought it for Commissioner's Court to name it, but just naming it, does it make him a county road? Because
No, they're already dead. These are dedicated to the county.
they've probably been using it for a long time.
Yeah, right, but this one will be dedicated to the county, and they gave me a 50-foot easement.
Okay.
And the portion line has only 40, and they agreed to give me another 10 feet.
Yeah, I don't know, the attorney's not here. My take is that by naming them doesn't make them a county road.
I'm gonna have that problem.
Yeah, to get them to be a county road, either like Commissioner
they
Garza, they have to
dedicated.
deed it to the county, or we need to file, the county attorney needs to file, that it becomes a county road through prescription or public use or whatever, but that has to be filed.
These are gonna be dedicated to the county, and maps and everything.
Excellent.
Sí, sí, también.
I do so move, Your Honor.
Moved and second to approve, discussion. All in favor, please, aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Son dos. Okay, items 11 through 33.
Number
Item number 10, yeah.
Number 10.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go back to item 10. This is an action item, and this is to approve a resolution to upgrade communication for the upgrade communication grant 3925-901. This is a grant that will be given to us.
Just
If
move, Your Honor.
I second, Your Honor.
moved and second to approve, discussion.
Along the discussion, Your Honor, when we had that fire in Los Morenos, that same area, there was a lot of problems with communication. Everybody has different radios, different frequencies. And one of these days, federal and state schools gonna have to give some kind of grant to bring everybody together.
I thought that had happened, Commissioner,
So
when,
they went to all valley, but some couldn't switch automatically. They had problems. I found out because I was there, and they had problems with communication, like Roma with Rosita.
yeah, I was under the impression that last about 2-3 years ago, when we got the new towers and everything, that everyone could switch to the same frequency, but maybe not. But I'll check into it. Okay, all in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Items 11 through 34 are budget amendments. Mr. Pettis?
Yes, through 33 are the budget amendments.
I'm sorry, 33, okay.
And those have all been reviewed, recommend that you approve.
Second, Your Honor.
Okay, that'd be item 11 through 33. I have a motion, a second to approve. Discussion? All in favor, please, aye. Opposed? Motion carries. The next few items, 34 through 36, are budget corrections, Mr. Pettis.
So those also have been reviewed, they're in order.
Motion to approve, Your Honor.
When they go to budget corrections, what are we talking about? I mean,
The difference between an amended and a corrected, the amended is just moving money from one line item to another line item. The correction is actually increasing the revenue side and the expense side.
they're increasing the revenue side. Where are those revenues coming from?
That's a good question.
I mean, we always have budget corrections, and, I mean, where the money's coming
For
from?
example, the detention center, we've been talking about in the past.
Well, with the detention center, we know that,
Right.
because we know more money's coming in, and the budget has been increased.
Right.
If, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Pettis, but isn't that, say for example, I've got money left over in building maintenance, and I want to move that money to some other budget.
Supplies.
Is that a,
That's an amendment.
no, but moving from one area into another area, not within the same budget, would that be a budget correction, or would this be new monies? I'm sorry?
The amendment is the same bank account, the general fund. You can't move from general to revenue.
Okay, let's assume, let's take the commissioners.
Yes.
They need money in nutrition, and they take from their precinct budget to move to nutrition. That would be a correction, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
So you're gonna increase the revenue and the expense side.
but I thought it was,
Decrease on-
revenues, we're changing revenues from our regular budget to nutrition, or just, that's a budget correction, or this is new revenues are coming in from somewhere else?
It can also be that. For example, the detention center. The revenues that were budgeted have been exceeded, or are gonna be exceeded. So we're anticipating there's gonna be more revenue. So we increase the revenue side, and we also increase the expense side.
Okay.
Okay, so then, if we can justify that there's more money coming in, we can correct the budget for more revenue, and now we have more expenditure. Is that correct?
Exactly. Like the indigent defense, if we end up paying less,
Yeah.
well, then there's gonna be more revenue than we anticipated.
There's only certain departments that can make budget correction. The commissioner cannot make the budget correction because we don't get new revenue.
No, you can,
Yeah,
for
because you're
example.
gonna change it from your budget to nutrition. And going back to that, apparently, there'd be some changes that, anything that you buy, like, we were buying, the supplies for the nutrition program, plates, all that kind of stuff. Now they want for it to come directly from the nutrition program where we don't have no funds.
Yeah, and that's the reason we're scheduling meetings with all the commissioners, Mr. Pettis and I, so that we can try and fix that before the new budget.
Yeah, what happens is when we're doing budgets for the next fiscal year, it's very difficult to determine what those expenses are gonna be if you've been paying them from the precinct rather
So
than.
we need more money,
And-
like, for example, the fire department, you don't get more? ¿De dónde?
No, we will move, see, what's happening, it's a good discussion. What's happening right now, as the commissioner mentioned, he needs more money in nutrition, so he moves from his,
I do that, we pay from the precinct.
Okay, see-
We subsidize it from the precinct.
yeah, but what happens is that now we have no knowledge how much the nutrition program is costing us, because that is being paid over there, but it's not in that budget. If we move it now before the budget, that saves a budget correction.
It makes sense, but.
Yeah,
But
and,
then again, along the same lines, just go to the fire department, that we subsidize the fire department, we pay things from the fire department from the precinct.
yeah,
How can we determine how many fires are we gonna get?
okay. Well, again, if you need to move back, let's say we move now consistent to what you had last year, the expenses that you had last year. And this year, you don't have those expenses. So you have a surplus in the fire department. We do a budget correction and move it back to paving.
Pero like I say, ponle más dinero al fire department, ¿de dónde?
Pues le estás
Aquí
poniendo
dice
ahorita.
Víctor,
Keep in mind that this is a guideline, it's not gonna be,
But
you're never
we
gonna be right.
put it more.
It's a working document.
Because we have to do less with the precinct, and we know that.
yeah, because Victor says here, the following is that donation from hot checks.
Anyway, I know
Where
what
you
you
at?
mean, Joey,
Ahí viene el viborón, ya.
I know what you mean.
What-
Mr. Canales, in your budget correction or amendment, you have, I would like to request the following budget amendment of the Department of the County Attorney's Office hot check. Yeah, it said donations, from donations. You get donations from the hot check?
No, that, it's the opposite way around. It's where we're donating something out
What's
to
that?
somewhere else. When we are donating somewhere. It's an expense line item. It's not an income.
Okay, porque it's from donations.
Yeah, those are all expense line items. They're not income line items.
But it says from, you're moving from donations.
Or look at it, from
To
donations
matching
to
funds.
transfer.
Correct. In other words, we're moving from what we had allocated originally for donations
Oh, okay,
to grant matching funds.
I got you, okay.
Yes.
So you're gonna donate money.
These
that's
are
right.
all, no,
No.
Commissioner, we're moving it out from there. We haven't donated that.
In his original budget, he had that money for donations, but now he's not gonna give the donations, he's gonna move it into matching funds for grants or
Correct.
whatever.
And these are all discretionary funds, Judge and Commissioners. This is not budgeted through the Commissioners Court.
Nothing? No, no. In fact, I only have a motion by Commissioner Peña. Okay, second by Commissioner Alvarez. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. It is 10:20, and pursuant to section 551.074, we will go into executive session to discuss order of salaries. It's 10:45, and we're back in open session. We only have one item of discussion in executive session, and that was order of salaries.
I do some more.
Second, Your Honor.
There's a motion, a second to approve as presented. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Moved in second. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen.